there's been a murder. The tragic death of a beloved cultural staple. One that I didn't know existed until a couple of days ago, but a beautiful, majestic being has been wronged. And as a person who exists on the internet, I am obliged to honour her in the only way I know how. This is what happened to the Green M&M. On January 20th, 2022, On January 20th, 2022, M&Ms announced that their beloved mascots have undergone a makeover. To introduce this change, a video introducing the new mascots was released on the company's YouTube channel, featuring messages about the importance of belonging. According to the people behind it, who are not M&M, which is a bit of a letdown, the goal of this rebrand is to underscore the importance of self-expression and the power of community through storytelling. I thought it would just be to sell sweets. This is one of the wildest ideas ever. The M&M's marketing team have definitely over-engineered how to sell this underwhelming chocolate. The rebrand has spread around online not because of how absurd it is, but because of the rebranding of one character in particular, the Green M&M. Previously, the Green M&M had cute lashes, a promiscuous attitude, and bitchin' go-go boots. But in the name of inclusivity, they have toned down her lashes, adjusted her personality to be the supportive friend, and swapped her go-go boots for trainers, or sneakers if you're from North America, or a thief. Now, all of the characters have undergone changes. Apparently the red one is no longer angry all the time, and the brown one, which is the other female character, has also had a change of shoe. This is the original look of green and brown. Brown is so painfully 2012 looking, like this is what I looked like in 2012. But they make a cute couple. I'd ship them. This is how the green and brown M&Ms look now. The brown M&M went from a stiletto to a lower and chunkier heel, and her glasses are also much bigger and more contemporary. No shade to anyone who wears skinny glasses. I know it's a look. I stan Lara Croft. And like Miss Croft, the M&M characters have opened up a conversation about mascots and role models and their impression on the world. There are a few issues of changing things in the name of progression, because true progression often gets lost in virtue signalling and manipulative marketing. Some people are saying that the switch from heels to flats creates a less sexualized image for the Green M&M. So it turns out Freud was right. So for this video, I wanted to explore why culturally we all feel that the Green M&M is sexy, and I had a bit of a theory before I went into it, and it went like this. I reckon that back when M&M started, they created a character that would appeal to kids to help sell sweets. Then they probably added more characters as time went on to reflect like different flavours and stuff. And at some point they've added a female character to reach out to the female market. I reckon that they gave her lashes and heels because it is a shortcut to portray that this is a female character when the body shape you're working with is a circle. But it would also make sure that men still felt that the characters of M&Ms were for their amusement. Women would see themselves represented in the M&M lineup, but as a male M&M's fantasy. It's honestly not my proudest media analysis. But anyway, I then looked up the history of the M&M characters, and lo and behold, M&Ms were first sold in 1941 and the characters arrived in 1954. Old M&M commercials starred red and yellow to represent regular and peanut. In the late 1990s, new characters were added to the mix. And brown, the most recent addition, joined the crew in 2012. Marketing pipelines are so predictable. But the reason that this is all relevant is because mascots are very representative of the time period that they come from. And when we move on from the ideals of a time period, it can be really hard for brands to adjust. Brands don't normally update their assets every few years because it takes such a long time to get people to recognise you that you have to hammer home your message repeatedly over a long period of time. That's why that bloody "Scott's home early" ad campaign has been going for like a decade now, I think. I don't know if it's a decade, but it feels like one. Also, that ad campaign is about the red M&M being in bed with a human woman, not realising that she plans to eat him, and like the yellow M&M is in the wardrobe watching or something like that. Why are the M&M marketing teams so horny? But chocolate fantasies aside, the change from the heel to the flat will have been in an effort to tell women everywhere that you don't have to wear girly heels, you're just as cool in trainers. But they did not read the room. First of all, after years of condemning femininity, why can't I say femininity? After years of condemning femininity and making it the antithesis of being down to earth, smart, or even just cool, everyone is completely over it. You can wear lipstick and murder people. You can dress fancy and be a lawyer. You can wear heels and run from dinosaurs. Heels, makeup, and clothing are now not usually treated as immediate signifiers of male sexual fantasy. It's more nuanced than this. Most of the world's current sexiest people cut about in athleisure. It didn't matter that the Green M&M was wearing heels, and swapping them for trainers does not change the world. But this leads to my second point, where performative activism, where companies claim to be changing the world by doing something symbolic like changing their mascot, is so easy to spot nowadays. And we're not falling for it. A real progressive move would be to pay your workers a fair wage, or start using fair trade materials and ingredients, or stop using unethical and environmentally damaging practices. Speaking of which, M&Ms are owned by Mars, who've been accused of using child labour to get cheap cocoa, which is a valid reason why someone would choose not to eat M&Ms. They wanted to reach out to Gen Z and get young people into M&Ms, and they thought the way of doing that was to make their mascots more progressive. I started thinking, what could they actually do to be more progressive and to get more young people interested in eating M&Ms? And I'm quite into my imagined endings for these weird social predicament times that we find ourselves in. It's almost as if the fantasy world inside my head is better than the real world. I wonder why that is. So this is my ad idea. A child from a country that farms cocoa is playing with her friends. A huge trail of M&Ms are lined up on the floor and she has her eyes closed. The game is that she has to recite all the colours of the M&Ms in order, and she's almost at the end. She's got like 50 right. Brown, red, blue, yellow. She struggles to remember the last colour. Last one, her friend shouts. Green? She asks inquisitively. The friends scream in glee. She remembered all of them. They laugh and start eating the M&Ms. Then a parent cuts through the giggling friends. Mum! Shouts the girl and runs into a big hug. The mother's work overalls have the M&M logo embroidered. She asks, "How many this time?" "All of them," the girl replies. They laugh, and it comes up on screen and says, M&Ms provide a fair and stable income for cocoa farmers. M&Ms have also found a way to make their sweets taste better without adding sugar. Actually, somehow they are now part of your 5 a day, or 7 a day I think it is now. And we are fine with whatever you want to wear. And if you want to lust after the green M&M, here's a cute picture of her. M&M people, if you're watching this, which I assume you are because why would you be doing anything normal? I am willing to sell it to you, so long as I have nothing to do with making it. Thank you for watching today. It means so much to me that you've made it to the end. You sat through my entire third act, which was mostly just the ramblings of a daydreamer. You might know someone who would also enjoy this, and if you do, then please send it to them. I'll call the video Hot Sexy M&Ms in your area just to make it easier to share. But however you want to share it is fine. See you next time.